Anna woke to the smell of rain slipping through the cracked window of her tiny Brooklyn apartment. IT drummed on the sill like impatient fingers. She reached for her phone, a text. Lush on Bedford, 7 sharp. Don't bail. Eline will be there. Anna smirked. Her friend treated solitude like a personal insult. She threw on her white shirt, the unofficial uniform of a freelance designer, caffeine addict, and part-time hermit. The mirror gave back faint shadows, a half-smile she didn't quite recognize. She wasn't chasing love. She was chasing quiet. The subway rattled toward Bed-Stuy. Her reflection ghosted across the window. Dark hair, sharp cheekbones. A face strangers always mistook for angry. She tried softening it, but the expression felt borrowed. Lush smelled of vanilla and wet pavement. She stepped inside, shaking off the drizzle, and saw her immediately. Eline sat by the window, sketchbook open, light hair falling like a curtain. She drew as though the world had shrunk to the edge of her pencil. Anna froze. Her friend had forgotten to mention that Eline looked magazine perfect. Eline looked up, green eyes soft but sharp. Her smile wasn't polite. It was a question. The floor seemed to tilt. Anna, right? Your friend said late and grumpy. Only half. Traffic showed mercy, Anna said, trying not to blush. They ordered black coffee for Anna, oat milk latte for Eline, and took the corner table. Rain blurred the glass. Eline turned her sketchbook around. A street rendered in charcoal, puddles glimmering like mirrors. Rain makes everything honest, she said. I'm a photographer, but I cheat with pencils when the light's wrong. Anna smirked. I cheat with vectors when the client's wrong. Eline's laugh was low and unexpected. IT landed somewhere behind Anna's ribs. They talked about everything. The absurdity of freelance work, the landlords who painted over outlets, sirens that always felt personal in Brooklyn for once. Anna forgot to guard her words. Then Eline asked, what scares you more, being seen or being forgotten? Anna paused mid-sip. Being seen, forgotten at least keeps your shape intact. I'd pick the opposite, Eline murmured. Last call came too soon. The rain softened to a mist. They stood under the awning, collars up. Eline 2 blocks west, Anna 3 east, neither moved. I have an umbrella, Anna lied. I like getting wet, Eline said, stepping into the drizzle. Anna followed. Streetlights smeared gold across the wet pavement. Under a buzzing neon sign, Eline turned. I don't chase strangers into the rain. I don't let them. Eline's fingers found Anna's wrist, thumb brushing her pulse. Electricity, quiet, cautious. The kiss that followed wasn't fireworks, but the inhale before thunder. Rain, oat milk, and something nameless. A cab splashed by. Eline laughed against her lips. Still scared. Terrified, don't stop. Eline's apartment sat above a bodega that ran out of plantains by noon. Exposed brick, fairy lights like constellations, couch buried under lenses. Wet sneakers by the door, cheap red wine poured, tasted like forgiveness. They talked until dawn when Eline whispered, stay. Anna did. Morning came gray. Too much pepper on the eggs, stolen sips of coffee. They compared scars. Anna's from a skateboard summer, Eline's from a darkroom accident, and traced them like maps. The city, though, is cruel to fragile. Gigs dried up. Rent loomed. Anna's biggest client ghosted her after calling a design too emotional. Eline took night shifts at a Chelsea gallery, coming home smelling of paint thinner and ambition. They fought in whispers so the neighbors wouldn't hear. Point one night, Eline packed a duffel and left. 3 days later, Anna showed up at the gallery, white shirt coffee-stained, carrying a rolled print. Their rainy street, Eline's charcoal merged with Anna's neon gradients. Eline stared, breath caught. A visitor asked the price. Not yet, Eline said. After closing, they walked the High Line. Distance was supposed to hurt less, Eline murmured. I don't want quiet, Anna said. I want noise with you. I'll ruin you. You already did. Help me rebuild. They kissed beneath the jasmine vines, slow and deliberate. And oh rain, no neon. Just the hush of 2 people choosing the harder path. Months later, the print hung above their bed in a slightly larger Ridgewood apartment. Eline's photos on one wall, Anna's designs on the other. They still fought about dishes, bills, forgotten calls, but always in the same room. Their arguments looping into laughter. One Sunday, Anna woke to find Eline sketching her asleep, hair tangled, mouth open. At the bottom, she'd written asterisk, this is what being seen feels like. Asterisk, Anna grinned. Drew Eline bathed in golden hour light. Asterisk, this is what being remembered feels like. They framed both, side by side. Winter bit hard. The radiator clinked. Frost curled on the glass. Eline won a 3-month residency upstate photographing abandoned factories. The pay was small, the promise huge. Anna encouraged her, even as something inside her twisted for a while. Distance was romantic. Letters, calls, playlists titled songs that sound like your laugh. Asterisk, but the connection thinned. Messages lagged. Words broke mid-sentence. Eline's face froze mid-dash. I miss. Before the call dropped, a 2:14 a.m. voice note came. This factory's been silent for 30 years. It's emptier, without you. We're becoming ghosts. Anna took the dawn train north. Hudson Station was a shed in the snow. Eline waited, cheeks pink, eyes wary. Snowflakes clung to her lashes like small apologies. Anna walked straight into her arms, breathing wool and developer and home. They spent the weekend in a one-room cabin, wood stove heat, birches outside, contact sheets on the wall, conveyors, shattered windows, a child's dusty shoe. I thought staying busy would shrink the missing. Eline said. It metastasized. They chopped wood until their palms blistered, argued, laughed, made love on a cedar-scented rug on Sunday, standing above a frozen river. Eline lifted her camera. One shot. Proof we were here. What if the cracks show later? Then we'll know they were there and we stayed anyway. Back in the city, they made rules. No ghosting, no silent punishment, no drowning in noise. Shared Google Doc. Asterisk things we're afraid to say out loud. Asterisk spring came. Eline's Upstate series won a grant. Anna's Too Emotional redesign became a non-profit's flagship. They celebrated with dollar pizza and cheap champagne on the roof, city lights flickering like future constellations. But the past is long fingers. Clara, Eline's ex, opened a Soho show and sent invitations for both. Stark portraits of women mid. Heartbreak. One face looked too much like Eline. Eline insisted they go. Anna wanted to burn the card. They compromised. Attend, leave if it hurt. The gallery buzzed with perfume and nerves. Clara spotted them instantly. Grief turned chic. Eline and your muse. Eline's hand tightened around Anna's. Still playing house? Clara asked. We're not playing. Eline said quietly. Outside, cherry blossoms drifted through April air. I'm sorry, Eline said. I needed to see she couldn't touch us. She already did. Anna whispered. AT home. Anna opened a suitcase. I'm not leaving, she said. I'm unpacking the fear. She pulled out unsent drafts, doubts, scribbles. Eline added her own. Texts she'd never sent, questions she'd never voiced. They read everything aloud, crying and laughing until the ink blurred. Then they burned the papers in the sink. The smoke alarm screamed. They kissed through the noise. Summer softened them again. They adopted the bodega cat, gray, torn-eared, named Pixel for the chaos she caused. Hosted friends, wine on the rug. Late talks about art and survival. They learned the difference between solitude and loneliness, silence and peace. One August night, a blackout swept the city. Candles bloomed in every window. They sat on the fire escape, sharing warm beer, legs dangling over the street. Remember the rain? Anna asked which one. The first. Eline smiled. It didn't rewrite the story. IT just gave it better lighting. Pixel chased a moth across the railing. Stars hung stubborn over the skyline. Eline traced Anna's palm. I used to think love was a photograph. Capture, develop, frame. It's a contact sheet. Hundreds of frames, some overexposed, some blank, and you choose which to enlarge. Anna kissed her mouth softly. I choose all of them, even the blurry ones. Years later, when asked how they met, they gave the short version. Rain, coffee, a kiss that tasted like permission. The long version lived in the collarbone scar Anna kissed every morning, the white shirt on the chair, the contact sheet on their wall where every frame was a fragment of the same luminous, imperfect love. And on quiet nights, when the city held its breath, they returned to the fire escape, shoulder to shoulder, listening to the rain begin again, because some stories don't end. They simply learn new ways to be told.